This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing, Race 2, Sandown Lakeside, Wednesday 1 July 2026. All right, let us get straight into it. Here is what the model is saying about Race 2 at Sandown Lakeside in brief. Two selections on the board. Mellies carries the place selection, the model's strongest read for this race. Tissia sits in the same race multi only as the top four leg. So the short version, Mellies to place, multi combining both for the value angle. Worth staying for the full breakdown though, because this race has some genuinely interesting detail behind it, and the reasoning matters more than the headline. 11 runners in Race 2 at Sandown Lakeside today, with the top 3 paying a place dividend. Right away the model is flagging something worth your attention. Its top selection is not the market favorite. That signals the model has found value the market is underpricing, which is the exact situation this approach is built to identify. Two selections today, a place pick plus a same race multi-option combining both. As always, no forced selections here, only genuine value gets a tip, and today the data clearly supports two. That is a meaningful signal in itself, given how often the model finds nothing worth covering at all. Let us break them down properly. Quick context before the picks, since how this works matters for understanding what follows. The model driving these selections is machine learning based, trained on Victorian racing, and it never stops updating. Every race meeting adds to what it knows. That is different from a static system built once and forgotten, and it matters because racing patterns shift over time, season to season, even track condition to track condition. The real differentiator, though, is the target. Most tipping approaches chase the winner. This model chases place finishers instead, horses landing in the top positions, paying a place dividend. Different target, different method entirely. It is processing dozens of variables across the whole field simultaneously: pace, distance, field makeup, historical patterns, how each runner matches today's specific rivals. All at once, in combinations that are well beyond what manual analysis can realistically track. The full methodology is linked in the description if you want to go deeper. Right now, though, Race 2 is the focus, and the model has a strong view worth walking through. Let us get into it. Let us start with pick 1 for Race 2. Mellies, the model's top selection, currently 6th in the market. Not the favorite, nowhere near the headline of the betting market, just sitting at a price the model believes is significantly off. That is the whole story right there. A gap between what the market thinks and what the data is showing, and that gap is precisely what this model is built to find. Here is something worth being upfront about, because I think it builds trust rather than costing it. I cannot point to one tidy reason the model has landed on Mellies. That is not how it operates. It is not running on a single insight like track preference or distance record, the kind of single-factor reasoning that most form analysis relies on. Instead, it is working through dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is in this race, historical patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of it considered together, picking up on relationships a person scanning a form guide would simply never catch. That is the whole point of building it this way. If it could be boiled down to one sentence, there would be no need for a model at all. What matters is this. The market has Mellies sitting at 6th in the market. The model has it ranked first for Race 2. That difference is where the value sits, and finding exactly that kind of gap is what this model exists to do. It was built specifically around place finishers, not winners, so when it puts a horse at the top, it is saying this horse matches the pattern of horses that have historically finished in the places. A different way of looking at the problem entirely. Mellies for the place. Top 3 finish in a 11-runner field. That is the model's read on Race 2. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 is Tissia, currently 8th in the market. A different style of selection to pick 1, worth clarifying up front. The model views Tissia as likely to finish in the top 4, but is not confident enough for a top 3 finish on its own. That distinction is the whole point here. The data falls short of supporting a standalone place selection on Tissia, but it clearly supports the top 4 role inside the same race multi. It can sound like a minor technicality, but in a 11-runner field, it is anything but top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th pays nothing. So backing Tissia as a standalone place selection is not what the model supports. Its value lives in the multi-combination. Put simply, the model is saying Tissia belongs in this race and matches the shape of a top 4 finisher in this field, while a top 3 finish specifically remains less certain. The multi only needs top 4. Mellies in top 3, Tissia in the top 4. That is the model's combination for race 2. For race 2, the same race multi combines Mellies finishing top 3 with Tissia finishing in the top 4. Check your own wagering provider for whether this market is offered. Worth pausing on one point before moving on, these two bets are not equivalent, and they do not share the same probability of success. The standalone place selection on Mellies is the model's higher confidence read, a smaller return, but a meaningfully better chance of it actually landing, and that remains the model's central view for this race. The same race multi requires both legs to come through Mellies in top 3, Tissia in the top 4, which reduces the overall probability but increases the potential payout if it does land. Taking both is optional, not required. Mellies alone carries the model's strongest signal. The multi is there for those drawn to the longer odds, higher return option. Either way, understand exactly what each bet needs before deciding. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. If you are following the full card today, all the race tips are in the playlist. One video per race, all uploaded before race 1. Have a look at the other races and see which of the model's selections are relevant to you. Some punters combine multiple selections into a place multi. Check your wagering provider for how that works. Always make your own informed decision before placing any bet. And this is important, always check for scratchings before you consider placing anything. Horses get scratched on race morning and it can completely change the picture. The model's place selection for race 2 is Mellies. Have a look at the playlist for the rest of the card. Subscribe if you have not already. I do this for every Victorian meeting, every race day, and it is completely free to follow along. And that is race 2 Sandown Lakeside done. The place selection is Mellies, with the same race multi-combination sitting at Mellies top 3 and Tissia top 4 for anyone chasing the longer odds. Results are tracked and posted publicly every week without exception, every good week and every bad one included. That ongoing record, built up week after week, is the fairest way to judge whether this model is genuinely worth following, rather than taking any single claim on faith. As always, this is purely for entertainment purposes. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next video.